Hey everyone, Rhoody here. Today, I'd like to inspire you the Asus Rog Ally Go bag. This particular bag is by Chrome Industries. It's the Kadet Sling Messenger. You might say, well, why don't you just use a backpack? I think a sling is appropriate for the Rog Ally. This is the same little bag that I used for my Steam Deck. It's got tons of features, tons of style. Look at this seatbelt style buckle with this beautiful little logo from Chrome Industries. Same thing on the back, 906. The laser etched kind of griffin. It's just phenomenally attention to detail all over the place. So as we get started here, I'm just going to show you some of the things I carry along, give you kind of an example of what's inside. As you can see here, right off the bat, we have the Razer Naga, fits in there quite well. I don't always bring this, but in this case, I'm showing you like kind of a good capacity in here. Second off, we have the Anker 737. This is kind of a necessity if you're really on the go and you need that extra power source, so you bring the big boy with you. As you can see, I also have the official Anker carrying case to go with it. It sits in there really nicely with the charging cable, and it fits in the bag. It's one of the heavier pieces. So then we have the RK61. I don't have it in the case here, but it's just kind of sitting there. It's very robust, very beefy. It should be okay. It should be okay running around in your bag. I don't think there's a problem. I've never had any issues with it. It's just a tank. I've had this for over a year now with the Steam Deck, just punishing it, abusing it, and it's the go-to as far as I'm concerned with Bluetooth keyboards and value. And here we go. This is the official ROG soft carrying case. You kind of need it. I don't really like this case, but you kind of just need it as a layer of protection, right? So you have my very filthy ROG Ally in there. You can tell I use this stuff. This isn't a clean studio. I'm actually in the trenches here. This is dirt. This is straight dirt. So I'm actually really terrorizing this stuff. I feel like it's important to run it through the gauntlet, so you're not going to find any highly polished studio quality stuff in here. And then there's a little side pocket for charging cable for the Naga. I keep that in there. Let's look at the front pocket. So it's also got this front pocket, as you can see here on number 1, the AirPods Pro. Got those. This is volume issue 2. Yep. Then we also have the official AC adapter from ROG. I use this one. I have 2 of these. Get these. Best Buy is the only one that seems to carry this, but eventually it'll come into stock and you can find them. So try to get those. And lastly, I always keep a little bit of Big League Chew for when I have that, you know, really need to chew some Big Rally Blue Raspberry. I love that gum. It's one of my favorites. So as you can see here, we fit everything back in. Let me put everything back in real quick just to show you the ease of just loading it back up. This case has kind of grown on me. Okay, Asus, it's not that bad, but you could have done a lot better on this. Okay, so we put the keyboard in there. I usually put the 737 on the end, and it fits very nicely in here. So yeah, there you have it. In closing, I want to let you guys hear this buckle. It's very loud, but feel the power. Feel the way that snaps in there. I've actually jammed my finger in there. This is like one of the main caveats to the bag, I feel, is that big buckle sound. If you listen, I also have a clip popping up on the screen right now. You'll be able to hear another, like, mounting the bag. Like, listen. So that buckle likes to move around a lot, right? Now, normally, I feel like in the street environment where you want people aware of your presence, that's kind of important, you know, that way you just kind of like you know, people know you're around. You're making some a little bit of white noise per se. But if you're doing any kind of stuff like early in the morning or getting ready for stuff, or you don't want to wake anybody up, I wouldn't say this is a stealth bag. And so that's like one of the things I don't like about it. Other than that, as far as style goes and practicality, room, space, build quality, it is excellent. This is one of the best kind of commuter bags in a very busy environment. And basically, I wanted to show you how I have this bag set up is because I'm interested to see what you guys can do with your own bags. I want to inspire you to create an Asus Rog Ally Go bag. I want to see what's in it. I want you to tell me about it. Maybe you know of another kind of like little sling. There's a couple other slings that I really like, one of which I owned before that I think might work even better. Somewhere down the line, I like to try those, and maybe something a little bit more beefy in regards to waterproofing and weather. Like, I'd love to have a fully kind of waterproof bag for the Ally to go in. That way, you know, you never know. This is resistant enough to get you to safety, get you somewhere where it's not gonna destroy all the equipment inside. But if you were a torrential downpour, I'm sure that or you drop this in the river or something, I'm sure it probably would get a little wet. But actually, who knows? Maybe it wouldn't. It seems like it's got a really good seal. So yeah, I just wanted to inspire you to create your quick little bag where you just throw your Ally in and go. I did want to make it a sling type bag and not really a backpack. I feel like backpacks are big, clunky, and once you go up to that backpack level, I feel like that kind of like now you're in gaming laptop territory, because the whole purpose of the Ally is to be smaller, less weight, you know, that form factor of a rectangle, you know, a thin rectangle rather than a chunky square. I think that's very important. I think that's very kind of, it just fits the aesthetic properly. And because I'm on the go a lot, so I felt like this was a good topic to bring up. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. I'm going to link this bag also in the comments below if you're interested in this particular bag. Everything else I have for the Rog Allies linked in the description below. As usual, my friends, it's been a pleasure. And let me remind you to look good, feel good, and perform well.